Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me. In today's video we're going to talk briefly about some of the things that you do or can do to make your relationship do very well. Now in this life where social media is a determination of successful relationships, if you are not careful you're going to fall prey to all these couples who are sharing amazing holiday vacation videos, pictures, images that makes it look like you are left behind. But today I'm bringing you a message of hope, very different from most of the ones that I do. If you like this video, kindly go ahead and hit on the subscribe button. If today is the first time you're joining me here also, please do me a favor and hit on the subscribe button. Now what's gonna happen today is I'm going to share lots of Bible verses with you. Why I'm doing this is that we have our yardsticks, we have our list of the things that we expect in a relationship, and sometimes we get carried away. Maybe the angels that we're looking for are standing right beside us, but we tend to miss them. Why? Because we're looking for the perfect person, the richest man, the most glamorous, beautiful woman, but maybe the person that is very right for us are standing right there in front of us and we are missing that person. And that is why I want us to watch this video and share the video and also learn something from it. I put down a couple of Bible verses. The first one that I want to share with you is Psalm 37 verse 4. And the Bible says, "Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart." When we are able to let God lead, when we do the things of God, when we do the things that God expects of us, we're going to realize that we will be more focused and we will get to identify the things that he wants us to do. Which is why, even though God will let us be happy by giving us what we need, it's by doing what he expects of us. That is how he also gives us what we need. And usually there are things that we want. There's a difference. What you need is what helps you, the basics of life. But sometimes we want more than is good for us. We want more than we need. We want more than we can use. And so God says, you know what? I will give you only the things that you need. And so if you are in a relationship or looking for somebody to live with you, spend the rest of their life with you, then you want to look for the good person that God is giving you and not trying to push it to the side because he doesn't have what you want, she doesn't look exactly like what you're expecting, and so you push that person aside and continue to pray for something that is so far away. It's just like chasing after waterfalls. That is very hard to reach, it's very hard to get. And so be content with these little spaces. If you ask God, help me so that this person that I need looks like this, does that, and God gives you the person, he puts the person right in front of you, don't push that blessings away. Take it, pray over it, and make things happen. That's how God blesses us. Sometimes the Instagram models, the Facebook models, all these people fool us. They make us feel like what we are looking for is not worth it. But trust me, everybody cannot become an Instagram model. Maybe the partner, the spouse that God has planned for you is this person that maybe is selling chicken by the roadside. Maybe your husband or spouse that God has planned for you is this carpenter who just build chairs or furniture for people in your local area. They don't have to come from Hollywood, but maybe that is what you so much desire, but that might not be what God expects for you. So don't look so far away. Don't push the blessings away. Trust in God and he will make things happen for you. Sometimes also for your relationship to work, you might be looking for stuff like the best car, maybe Mercedes, all those good cars. But at the moment, you might be driving a Toyota Camry or something. At the moment, that is your blessing. Enjoy it. Don't say you're not blessed and so you have to wait until you get all those things before you jump into a relationship. It might not work that way, and you might never be able to buy a Mercedes or a BMW. So what are you going to do? You're going to brood over things you don't have versus enjoying the blessings that you have. If that is what you do, then you will be very unhappy in life. And so that is why I'm encouraging you today. This video pretty much is in this video I'm just sharing the messages of hope. Sorry, I turned on the fan and so it's blowing me, but yeah, pretty much that is my encouragement to you. Maybe your children are frustrating you. Maybe your mother-in-law, your father-in-law are stressing you out. Trust in God. Come to God and speak to Him, and He's going to help you through these things. All those people there in your life contribute to you being successful in your relationship, whether it's a husband wife relationship, whether you're now starting to look for the right person. All these people in your life contribute into making you successful. And God says, you know what? For I know the plans I have for you. Plans to make you successful. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. He created us. He knows what's best for us. He's not going to walk away when you are struggling. Maybe what might seem to you like God is walking away and leaving you alone might just be a test. And He knows He's going to pull you through. What you don't want to do is to give up, fail, or disappoint by choosing the other wrong things that won't work or be successful or help in the relationship. And so that is why I'm encouraging you to trust in God. If you're going through hell, take a pause, breathe. Come to God and say, hey, God, you know what? I've been roaming, I've been running, I've been pushing away the blessings. Now I'm here. I appreciate all that you have for me. I really want to put my hands up and leave everything in your care, because what you give is always the best. And so don't close your eyes to the lady that is in church with you on a daily basis trying to get your attention, but you are looking far beyond, trying to catch waterfalls, and waterfalls are running. We can barely ever catch them. Thank you so much, Mausi. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, and the other thing too that I want us to have a look is that we shouldn't look for a future wife that has it all. If you want a future wife or a husband, if you want somebody or something that a person that has it all, that doesn't exist, which means you are going to be single or you're going to be by yourself for the longest time. Reason being, we all have faults. We were made perfect at the beginning of creation, but sin has changed us. So what we have to do now is to embrace who we are, embrace what we have. If you are bald, for women, there's always something you can do to fix your hair, to fix your face. Just go to the shop. I'm not saying artificial beauty is a bad thing or a good thing. All I'm saying is don't expect perfectness or perfection from your relationship. There are so many ways you can do well. There are so many ways you can succeed. And so look for what works for you, because what you think might be working for you or what you think is good for you might not be good for you at all. And also in John chapter 13 verse 34, the Bible tells us, a new command I give to you, that you love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. And so if you are looking for a spouse, you must remember that they need love from you as well. It's not just them giving you love all the time. You also must give love, share love one another. That way, when you love somebody, you are able to look beyond their faults. You are able to love them and not call them out on every little thing that they don't do right. You are able to make amends. You are able to compromise, understanding. You are able to be patient with them. Also in Ephesians chapter 4 verse 29, it tells us, our Bible tells us, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit each other. And so the same thing here, God wants us to be able to speak nicely to each other, nicely about each other. If you are marrying somebody or want to settle down with somebody, this is not the time for any form of negativity. Negativity only breaks relationships, and therefore encouraging one another and building each other up is just the fact of life, the basics of life. And that's the same thing we need when we are at work. These are the same things that will make our workplaces a good place to be, our friendships survive, our relationships last. Relationships when it has to do with um, family, friends, uncles, aunties, acquaintances. These are all the things that we need. Now, Peter tells us that above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sin. And that is what I just said. If you love somebody, you're not going to be extremely critical. You will be able to look beyond their faults, the same way that God sees our faults, sees our needs, looks beyond our fault. And these are the things that we're constantly praying for and asking for from God. So I'm going back to the beginning. If you want your relationship to succeed, then try and understand. Try and look beyond your fault. If you have a list of things you want to do, I'm not saying throw away your list, but don't look too far, because the angel you are looking for might be right there by you. It might be this lady that is attending church with you on a regular basis. It might be this gentleman who drives a truck or the bus, for a public bus for people to come in and out on a daily basis. But you are probably, or you might probably be looking for this person who works in Hollywood, who drives this BM, who has it all put, who looks like they have it all put together, And so relationships, because they are very dynamic and humans are different in all aspects of life, look right where you are. Don't look further, too far from where you are. It's like chasing waterfalls, and I've said that about 3 times in this video, because it's very difficult to catch waterfalls. I hope I'm reaching you. And let's not look too far. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. That way, if you have friends who are advising you negatively about this person you have seen because they look poor, because they are not as pretty as the other person, you want to stay away from people like that. They don't bring progress. They don't encourage you to be successful. Maybe because they are struggling with things in their lives as well. They don't really care whether you make it, whether you find the right person or not. They're just interested in being negative, and that is it. And so you want to walk wisely with the wise and not with fools. And this is according to the Bible. Now, greater love has no one than this, that God will lay down his life for one's friends. Now, why I like this verse especially is because when you love somebody, you will do all it takes. Now, all it takes in quotations and underlined and bolded. You will do all it takes to make the relationship work. Sometimes some people go into relationships thinking, you know what, I'm just going to go settle with him. When he's broke, I'm going to leave. If he's sick, I'm going to leave. But marriage, relationships are supposed to be for better, for worse. That is the only time you're going to be happy. So you might be going through hell, like I said earlier. However, you should put at the back of your mind that in entering into a relationship with a soulmate, with whomever you are looking to enter into a relationship with, it has to be a lifetime goal, a lifetime plan, not jumping out of the relationship along the line when things are not going your way. When you do that and put that at the back of your head, you might never be able to settle down with anyone. Why? Because, like I said earlier, everybody comes with a baggage. Everybody has issues. There is nothing like perfection, unfortunately, because of sin. And so take what you get, make it what you want it to be. And don't keep throwing out people because they don't look like exactly what you want them to look like. They don't give exactly what you want them to give. That's not how God makes things work. And if you need God to guide you, then listen to that still small voice by praying, by going down on your knees, by depending on Him, by trusting in Him and believing. Let Him have your will. Let God be the one directing you, and your feebleness, your unbelief must be handed to Him for Him to take control. And these are some of the prayers that God listens to. If you go to Him acting like you know it all, well, who helps anyone who knows it all? You have to submit yourself to Him and let Him know that, God, at this point in my life, I need you. I'm struggling in my relationship and I need your help. Please help my unbelief. I know it's going to get well, but I do need you. I need your help, and I know you will do it. Why? Because you said we should ask and you will give it to us. We should knock on the door. You're going to open doors for us. We should search and we're going to find answers to your dying problems, to all the things that are bothering you in your relationship. He's going to help you find solutions, or help you find the right person at the right place at the right time. And my other encouragement to you also is that because you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, wherever you are today, accept it, appreciate it, enjoy it, and live your life to the max, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. Usually most people do postpone their happiness thinking it might be tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, I'm going to enjoy my life. I'll work so hard, and tomorrow I'm going to be happier. Don't save your happiness for tomorrow. Don't save anything for tomorrow. Live in the moment. I'm not saying don't plan. If you talk about planning, I'm this person who will say, in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, what is your ultimate goal? But enjoy your day, the day that God has blessed, the day that God has given you, and you will see that you will start appreciating all these little things, and the blessings from God are going to keep pouring on you. They're going to be overflowing, and what people might see outside as this person is unhappy, or this person doesn't have much but they are extremely happy, that is how your life is going to be interpreted. And don't spread all your negatives outside. If you're going through hell, go on your knees, go to Christ, go on your knees, go to God, talk to Him. He's the best person who can help you solve this. And if it's so hard you can't handle it, go to like a counselor or somebody who can support you, but make sure there are people who are there to really listen and provide you support and solutions, versus people who are just there to listen and talk about. And so in order for your relationship to succeed, please watch this video, share the video if you are on here, and keep subscribing to my channel, and let's have these conversations going. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again in my next video. Same time, same place, and same space. Be blessed. Bye for now.